A teenager attacked in a subway station. We've got the latest on this brutal assault in Bay Ridge. Plus, plans to increase diversity in schools around our borough. How is the mayor looking to assist? But first, how's it looking on this final full day of summer? Here's Mike.
We got clouds out there for today, but will they part to feature any sunshine? I'll have the answers for you coming up.
And we want to start today with breaking news. A tractor trailer overturns on the BQE this morning. This is footage from a Department of Transportation traffic camera at Hamilton Avenue. You can see that truck's cargo spilled out onto the roadway. Delays are backed up for miles, making for a hectic commute. It's unclear at this point what led to that crash. Stay with News 12 for all the breaking news details. And thanks for joining us here on News 12 Brooklyn. I'm Michelle Devone. An attack inside a Bay Ridge subway station under investigation. Police now searching for the suspect. News 12 Brooklyn reporter Katie Lusso joins us from Bay Ridge Avenue subway station with the details. Katie, what can you tell us now?
And this happening last Friday just before 9 o'clock in the morning down on the northbound side of the R train platform here at the Bay Ridge Avenue subway station. Well, now police are searching for this young man. Take a look. This is surveillance video released overnight by the NYPD. Again, this happening last Friday, September 14th, just before 9 o'clock in the morning. Police say this young man went up to a 17-year-old inside the Bay Ridge Avenue subway station, asked him for where his phone was, then hit him in the face, took the teenager's headphones, and ran off. Now, we are told the victim was not seriously hurt, but did have to get medical treatment. If you recognize that young man, you are asked to call police immediately. In Bay Ridge, I'm Katie Lusso, News 12, Brooklyn.
Thanks, Katie. And Mike, how is today looking?
Cloudy, fall-like. I think temperatures are going to be okay for today. But once we head into the afternoon, maybe a break of sun or two. Lower Manhattan coming in with a cloudy condition here. Overall, we're seeing temperatures near 69 degrees, 74 for later on today. Currently across the borough, temperatures in the lower 70s won't rise too much today because of the clouds, but maybe a little bit of a break in those clouds possible. South end of the borough going to get clipped with some gusty wind today, up to 25 miles per hour. Northern half of the borough, same deal. You're still going to see wind, and it's going to change direction rapidly overnight tonight from the southwest south this morning and afternoon and evening, and then late tonight comes in from the northwest, and that has to deal with a front that's going to be passing through the area. As you zoom out here, you can see the front right there. It is going to be weakening as it moves toward the region, but there's a small opportunity for a quick sprinkle as it comes toward us. So a lot of clouds today, a few breaks of sun like you see right here. As we head into the evening, we will see partial clearing, but still seeing a cloudy situation overnight. We're going to talk more about the hyperlocal forecasts coming up in a couple of minutes.
Thank you, Mike. All right, a woman grazed in the head by a bullet last night. That 18-year-old woman hit on East 52nd Street in East Flatbush. Police telling us she was with a group at the time of the shooting and was taken to Kings County Hospital. No word yet on her condition. Cops also need your help finding this man. They say he grabbed a 9-year-old girl Wednesday in Borough Park. This happening shortly before 7 p.m. at 60th Street and 17th Avenue. If you recognize this man or know anything about the previous case we told you about, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. The number is 1-800-577-TIPS, and remember, all calls are kept confidential. Turning now to breaking news out of Queens. Police are telling us several people have been slashed at a daycare center. They say they received a call for a stabbing around 3:40 a.m. near 161st Street and 43rd Avenue in the Flushing neighborhood. We're told a 53-year-old woman allegedly stabbed 3 infants and 2 other adults. One of the young victims is in serious condition. All are recovering at a local hospital. Police say the female suspect attempted to kill herself as well, but that was unsuccessful. We'll, of course, bring you more information as the story develops and more information comes to our newsroom. And there's more security expected at a Bronx school today after a student was stabbed there right outside. This happening at the JHS 166 school. Police telling us the 18-year-old left school when he was dismissed at 1 p.m. Thursday, and that's when he was jumped, stabbed in the stomach, and robbed. Police say the attack could have been gang-related, but they're still looking into other theories. The attackers ran away. That teen rushed to Lincoln Hospital, where investigators tell he is in stable condition. A source saying, though, that he has not been cooperating with school safety agents or the NYPD. The education department responding to this incident saying, quote, "Safety is our top priority," and NYPD and EMS immediately responded to this troubling incident outside of the JHS 166 school building that occurred after dismissal. We will provide the school with additional safety and counseling support and are working closely with NYPD as they conduct an investigation. A former aide to Governor Cuomo sentenced to 6 years behind bars Thursday after accepting more than $300,000 in bribes for political favors. Prosecutors saying former executive deputy secretary to the governor, Joseph Percoco, solicited payments from an energy company and a real estate developer in exchange for influence in the Cuomo administration. Prosecutors had been calling for more than 5 years in prison. 12 on schools now. The mayor and schools chancellor taking action to increase diversity in schools across parts of our borough. They approved a plan to boost diversity in Brooklyn's District 15. Also part of the plans, a $2 million school diversity grant program for other schools across the city to develop their own plans. Now in District 15, there will no longer be screened admissions based on grades, tests, or other factors, and 52% of 6th grade seats will be prioritized for kids from low-income families, students in temporary housing, and English language learners. In other news, a vigil held in the Bronx Thursday to remember the lives lost in Hurricane Maria. One Puerto Rican woman in attendance has been displaced from her home island since December. She's been staying at her sister's in New York with her 2 young children who have autism. Yet despite the hardship, she says her son's speech has improved.
My son, he's only 1 month in the school and he's doing better. He's going to the bath. He's trying to make a sentence. He only say words when we come here.
Now others at the vigil showing their support Thursday included rapper Fat Joe and Governor Andrew Cuomo. Back in the borough, the intersection of Willoughby and Lawrence Street has a new playground, at least on Thursdays for the rest of the month. The Downtown Brooklyn Partnership and the DOT launching Willoughby Walks on September 13th, closing off traffic between Willoughby and Lawrence on Thursdays and setting up different activities like games and music for the community to enjoy.
That's something like really good for kids, for everybody to enjoy, spend time.
It's great fun. It's great because there's a couple of schools and the kids get to hang out and just not always have to be so cautious and enjoy some fun.
The president of the partnership says that Willoughby Walks is all about reinventing public space at the heart of downtown Brooklyn to liven up the neighborhood's outdoor areas.
Hello everyone, Baker Machado here with some of your top stories from Cheddar on News 12. Thursday was a record day on Wall Street despite investor fears of a trade war. The Dow and the S&P both hit new highs. Now the Dow surge was driven in large part by Apple and Boeing stocks. The strong U.S. economy is expected to keep the rally going. Meanwhile, cigarettes are out, but e-cigarettes are definitely in. New research shows that the number of high school students who are using electronic cigarettes has increased 75% since last year alone. That's according to the Wall Street Journal. Meanwhile, the FDA is working to speed up a review of e-cigarettes, citing a concern of an epidemic. And Alexa, pop my popcorn. Amazon announced a bunch of new and updated devices at an event in Seattle on Thursday. So we got an updated Echo Dot, a subwoofer, a smart plug, and most unexpected, a smart microwave that you can warm up your food with a simple voice command. Now, items are available for pre-order right now. And that's your Cheddar Business and Tech Update. I'm Baker Machado from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange.
In tragic news out of the Flatlands neighborhood, police say a 90-year-old was struck and killed at Ralph Avenue and Avenue L yesterday evening. The victim is identified as Nisan Karakanowski, and he was rushed to Brookdale Hospital, but it was too late. Officials say he was hit by a car driving southbound while trying to cross Ralph Avenue. That driver remained on scene. And News 12's Katie Lusso is tracking this story. She'll have much more on that man's death and how the community is reacting starting at 12:30 this afternoon. All right, Mike, tell us what's happening out there and what can we expect for the weekend?
I think the weekend's going to be pretty decent, but fall-like. This photo right here from Ken Ray shows a nice blue sky. We haven't seen that in a few days, but either way, Ken, congratulations on winning our cover photo contest of the day from Prospect Park and the lake there. Head on over to our News 12 Brooklyn Facebook page and hit the love button, and maybe you could win with an entry that you submit for Monday. Here's a look at what we could expect for Marine Park. A few clouds lingering in our sky, should feature a little break of sun this afternoon into this evening. You can see the satellite picture showing you all the clouds overhead. Wind's going to be picking up from the south-southwest today ahead of this cold front that's going to slowly work its way toward the area. For today, the bulk of the rain is going to be staying along the Canadian-USA border, and that's what that storm is going to go. But as it makes its closest pass later on tonight, it gets breezy. Overnight shower or sprinkles are expected with that front as it weakens on its approach. But really, folks, the story today is about that gusty wind. Notice on the south end of the borough will be gustier by 5 o'clock. That 27-mile-per-hour wind gust coming in from the southwest from Sheepshead Bay, or I should say southeast. And then it'll change in the southwest late tonight, carrying us into the overnight, where then a rapid directional change happens tomorrow morning from the northwest. Breezy still, but then it starts to relax.
World news is important.
Another tweet storm is brewing in Washington this morning.
But the news in your town can be even more important. There's only one local news channel that brings it to you. News 12. No matter what the story.
What the president's tweet really means.
We have breaking news for you.
News 12 was first on the scene here.
Is that my car?
You might want to move your car.
Come home to News 12, as local news gets. The local news station you rely on. Now available on Apple TV with your Optimum subscription. Stay connected to News 12, as local news gets. Marine Park. You're watching News 12 Brooklyn, as local news gets.